Two little girls hold the key. How children's testimony caught a cold-blooded killer. In the final days of July 2025, a horrific murder occurred at Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas, shocking both the local community and the entire nation. The incident was not only devastating due to its brutal nature, but also because of its completely random character. A happy family on a weekend camping trip became victims of an unknown killer. Clinton David Brink, 43 years old, and his wife Kristen Amanda Brink, 41 years old, were a young couple who had just moved from South Dakota to Arkansas to start a new life. With two young daughters aged 7 and 9, the Brink family decided to explore their new homeland with a camping trip to Devil's Den State Park on Saturday, July 26, 2025. Devil's Den State Park, located about 140 miles northwest of Little Rock, is a 2,500-acre nature preserve with beautiful hiking trails and unique natural rock formations in the Ozarks Mountains. It is a favorite destination for families and nature lovers, a place considered safe and peaceful. However, the Brink family's enjoyable camping trip turned into a horrific tragedy. Around 2:40 in the afternoon on Sunday, July 27th, Arkansas State Police discovered the bodies of Clinton and Cristen on a remote trail in the park. Both died from stab wounds, according to confirmation from Sheriff Mike Hagar. The only fortunate aspect of this tragedy was that the Brink couple's two daughters survived. The two little girls, though severely traumatized mentally, were able to provide important initial information to investigators. Lieutenant Stacy Rhodes stated, "Initial information from the children gave us a starting point, a description of the suspect. According to investigators, evidence showed that Clinton Brink was attacked first. In the dangerous situation, Kristen Brink displayed noble maternal instincts." End of quote. She led her two daughters to safety, then returned to save her husband. Unfortunately, this brave action caused her to also become a victim of the killer. "We believe the mother took the children to safety and then returned to help her husband," Rhodes shared with emotion. Kristen Brink's sacrificial action has been praised by many as a symbol of maternal love and marital loyalty. Immediately after discovering the case, Arkansas State Police launched a large-scale investigation. In addition to the testimony of the two children, another witness at the park also provided additional important details, including a description of the vehicle the suspect drove when leaving the scene. According to initial descriptions, the suspect was a man wearing a long-sleeved shirt with rolled-up sleeves, dark pants, a dark baseball cap, and sunglasses. He carried a black backpack and wore fingerless gloves, driving a four-door black car toward the park exit. The manhunt lasted several days with participation from multiple law enforcement agencies. The case generated over 500 tips from the community, showing active public interest and support for the investigation. At 4:57 in the afternoon on Wednesday, July 30th, police arrested the suspect at a barbershop in Springdale. Andrew James McGann, 28 years old, was getting a haircut when arrested. The ordinariness of this activity created a strange contrast with the serious nature of the crime he was accused of. In a press conference the following day, Sheriff Mike Hagar announced important information about the case. McGann had confessed to the crime during interrogation with investigators. More importantly, DNA evidence confirmed his involvement in the case. "Although everyone is innocent until proven guilty, we confirmed this morning that the suspect's DNA matches DNA collected at the crime scene," Hagar announced. In interviews with investigators, the suspect admitted to committing the murders. "We also executed a search warrant at his residence and collected items consistent with the case." Investigators also discovered that McGann was injured during the attack, and his blood at the scene helped authorities identify him. This showed that the victims did not surrender but fought to protect themselves and their family. Andrew James McGann is a 28-year-old teacher with a complex past in education. He worked at a small school district in Oklahoma until May 2025, after which he resigned to accept a new job in another state. According to a statement from Sand Springs Public Schools, McGann had passed all background checks. However, his past was not completely clean. In 2023, a parent filed a complaint with the principal after her son witnessed McGann behaving inappropriately toward young female students. After investigation, although no evidence of inappropriate behavior toward students was found, the school concluded that McGann's classroom management abilities and professional judgment did not meet the district's standards. Shortly after, McGann resigned. In Arkansas, McGann had not yet started his new job at Springdale Public Schools. Jared Cleveland, the district superintendent, confirmed that McGann had never had contact with students or their families. One of the most frightening aspects of this case is its completely random nature. Sheriff Hagar affirmed, "This appears to be a completely random event. We have no reason to believe there was any known connection between the suspect and the victims." The lack of clear motive makes the case more terrifying because it shows that anyone could become a victim of a random killer. The Brink family was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. McGann had no known prior criminal history involving adults, which further adds to the mystery surrounding his true motive. Investigators are still working to determine the exact motive, but autopsy results have not been released. The case has created waves of outrage and grief in the Arkansas community and beyond. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders spoke strongly. "Make no mistake, we do not tolerate violent crime in Arkansas. If you target innocent people, law enforcement will pursue and bring you to justice." Sheriff Hagar praised the cooperation between law enforcement agencies and described McGann as a monster who was caught. "Thanks to their hard work and investigative skills, we were able to get a monster off the streets and bring peace of mind to those two precious little girls and our other citizens," he said. After the case, the Brink couple's two daughters are being cared for by family. Although not physically injured, the children witnessed horrific scenes and will certainly need long-term psychological support to overcome their trauma. McGann has been charged with 2 counts of capital murder and is expected to appear in court Friday morning. With DNA evidence, confession, and other evidence, the case appears likely to have a clear legal outcome. The case at Devil's Den State Park has become a painful reminder of crime's randomness and brutality. It also shows the importance of community cooperation in bringing criminals to justice and the courage of people like Cristen Brink, who sacrificed her life to protect her family. Devil's Den Park, once a symbol of natural beauty and peace, will now forever be remembered for this tragedy. However, the speed and effectiveness of the investigation prove that justice can still be served, even in the most brutal and random cases.